Yeah, so anyway, as I was saying, one time let me, my nephew had been down for about a month or so one summer, and when time for him to go home, we drove up to meet his parents and little sister about halfway, and that was another story all on its own. But when we met up there, and Barb, my sister, had brought a loaf of bread because she had been experimenting with bread. And even though she was using a bread machine, somehow it wasn't coming out right. And the crust was really hard, but she brought it. She said for me to try it anyhow. Anyway, so I threw her son back at her. We had a meal, headed home, and it was about a 3 hour drive home. Like I said, it was halfway, 6 hours to her house. So got home, and we always would call to make sure everybody got home alive. And I called her up, and I said, "Yeah, we got here." But I said, "But guess what happened?" She said, "What?" I said, "Well, I decided, just for the hell of it, me being me, I'd take the ride up over the mountain through the state park." And she starts saying, her husband at the time, his name was Alan. She goes, "Alan." So he decided to drive up over, I said, "So we're right up there on the top of the mountain. It's all dark. It's just all forest land. I'll get a flat tire." And she's repeating this back. "Hey, Alan." So then he got a flat tire. And I said, "So I get out. I'm changing the tire. I just got the one on. I was putting stuff away, and I hear this rustling in the bushes." And of course, she's still repeating, "Oh, Alan, he heard rustling in the bushes." I said, so I look, and out through the brush comes this big old black bear. She's like, "Oh my, oh my." And it's like, I didn't know what to do. I said, so I just reached into the trunk and I grabbed my toolbox and I threw it at that bear. And just by luck, it hit the bear straight in the forehead. The bear like staggered and he went down on his knees for a second. And she's still repeating, "Alan, Alan, he threw that." I said, I slammed the trunk closed. I hopped in the car. We sped off and went home. She was, "Oh, wow, it's amazing." I said, so then when I got home, I said I went to get stuff out of the car and I went in the trunk. There I see my toolbox is sitting. And I'm thinking, what the heck? And so I look and I said, I realized what I'd thrown at that bear that knocked him out was that loaf of bread you gave me. So it was just a little laugh of that, Miss Gullible. And there's another thing I was thinking of I wanted to share. The one year, hey, seven. Um, one year Barb was having a yard sale, getting rid of some extra stuff, kids' clothes, things like that, whatever. And there's a guy, they're looking at stuff, and she says, "Is there anything there you say you want?" And the guy's like, not really. He says, "You know what I really need is I need a dresser." And Barb says, "I got one in the house that might suit you." And they go in and they look at it, and the guy says, "This would be just perfect." And they haggled and came to a price, and Barb helped him carry it out and put it in the back of his truck. I know, doesn't sound like much of a story so far, except a couple hours later, when her daughter, Mary Helen, came home from school, and she goes into her room to change, and she comes back out and says to her mother, "Why are all my clothes on my bed, and where is my dresser?" It's the kind of person Barb was. She so interested in helping somebody out. The guy needed a dresser. She had a dresser. Didn't even occur to her it was her daughter's dresser that her daughter needed. And so now, of course, she has to go out and buy a new dresser, but that's just the way she was. Thought I'd share that. It's March 12th. Happy birthday, Barb.
Combination of this and cutting with these and filling the potatoes and cheese. I never put milk or butter in with the mashed potatoes for pierogies, but this year we added bacon bits. So our pierogies are always evolving, just like our soup. Sometimes Grammy would add some sauerkraut with potatoes, and we would have like one bowl would be sauerkraut and potato, and one would be just plain potato. Which I really do like the ones with the sauerkraut, but we're only going straight up cheesy potatoes with a little bacon this time.